Greetings fellow T4 owners. I thought I'd just do a quick video because I had some issues when I needed to change the speakers in my van, and looking online there were a few bits of information but nothing to help me make a decision on which speakers to buy. So anyway, I got a nice new Pioneer stereo for Christmas, and my original speakers in the van weren't up to the job, and when I removed the covers for the front speakers to have a look, I found out why they didn't sound very good. So in case you've not got that far in your job, what you need to do is you need to remove these covers. If you use a slotted screwdriver about a quarter of the way in from the corners on this side, lever it up. You need to push quite hard and it just hinges out. And the original speaker, I suspect yours probably looks something like mine. You can see that the foam surround has gone in multiple places, so the cone really doesn't work very well anymore, and it sounds dreadful. So these speakers are clipped in. There's some sprung steel clips on the side, I think it's 3 of them, and also it's got a slightly unusual connector here where the speaker wires plug in. So I had to try and find something that was a suitable alternative for these. First of all, I bought some Alpine speakers, which I bought from Halfords. They were very nicely made, but they just, you could tell the construction of the cones was such that they would only produce high frequency and some mid-range with no bass whatsoever. So unless you're going to fit some additional bass drivers, that would have sounded dreadful. So I took those back, and instead I settled on a pair of these. So they're JVC CS-J410Xs. And I bought these from Euro Car Parts. They were £16, well £15.99. When I went to buy them, the chap at the counter very kindly put a discount code in for me, so I paid the princely sum of £12 for these, which was very, very good. As well as the speakers, you will need a couple of adapter looms, unless you're going to just crimp some new spade terminals onto the end of the existing wires. This allows you to adapt the van's loom to the 2 speaker terminals on the new speakers, because the new speakers have the standard connection method, which is just the 2 different sized spade terminals on the back. Now, when you get the JVCs, they come with 4 mounting points. The 2 are slotted and 2 actually have holes in. And there's a number of fracture points, so you can just bend them to and fro with your fingers or a pair of pliers and snap them off. And I've already snapped 2 off this one. You can see the other 2 where they used to be. So those are gone. So all of those need to be removed, because the diameter of the piece just inside from the edge here is about the same diameter as the hole in the dashboard, which is perfect. So this one that I've done on the driver's side, you can see I've removed all of the screw mounting hole positions and I've pushed it in, and there's some pieces on the outside which are slightly proud of the outside circumference, and that grips in the plastic here, so it's actually in pretty tight. Now what I intend to do is I'm going to test it out and make sure it's all working, and then I'm going to just lift the speakers out, and then I'm just going to apply a small amount of silicone sealant to various points around the hole, and then that will make sure that it's in to stay, and then I think that'll be job done. So unfortunately you're kind of limited in what you can do on the T4 if you want to keep with the original speaker mounting positions. They've got to be 10 centimetre or 4-inch drive units. You're never going to get a tremendous amount of bass, but some are better than others, and from having a listen to having just changed this one, the JVC ones sound comparable to the manufacturer's original, which I think were made by Nokia, but they look slightly better made in terms of the cone material and the surround. So we'll see how long they last, but for £12 I'm not too bothered. So if that helps you, that's great. Thanks then, bye.